New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Go now. 15 line. 15 line. What? Christian Travis. Bam. Go.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the first play of the game. 72 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Giants 7, Saints nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Check 56. Right here.
On first down, Waters. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. That was shades of Tennessee volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mariota. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Open man is Michael Thomas. A breakaway from Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Jones. The catch made by Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Let's go. To Saquon Barkley. A gain of 12. First down, Giants.
Okay, ready?
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
6-6. Pull it high. Slide. No. Kill. Set. Rock it. Five.
Throwing Jones. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Check 56. Oh, yeah. 3.
They'll run on first down. It's Waters. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's Samuels. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
At the Giants' 39-yard line.
Blue 18. I got it.
On 2nd down now, it's Waters. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 10.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. Mariota. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Waters. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will knot us up at 10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. These two teams all tied after one.
Ready, 90, Wolf. I'm coming.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. And that's incomplete.
Jones pass. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones. It's caught. Shepard. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
A gain of 22 yards.
18
First
Gator.
down, Giants.
Recon, 1 down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that, because he's eating them alive in the first half.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Jones, operating from the gun. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Let's go, baby.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go.
Mariota. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Demario Davis coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Mariota. And that is incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Giants take over
We got
1st
this.
and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Patch it, patch it.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check, 6 guys. Slam, slam, slam.
Shoot.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A huge play there on the screen pass. 42 yards.
1st down, New York.
Come on, set.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Hey, Haywood. You're out.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Bang, bang, bang.
You draw Corker. Big rip, big rip.
Now Saquon Barkley.
Safety,
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
At the 27-yard line.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation instead. Trying to get it all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Mariota on 1st down. 4 yards on the dump-off at 2nd down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
It's now
yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Mike's 59. Mike 59. So we got man. Check.
3.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. 6.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. So we come upon halftime with a tie score, 13-all. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Barkley. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Strong left. Good trap.
Check 3. 218. Chop.
Alert 3. Slam. Alert 3.
Snap.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Give me that ball. Defense.
Go.
Ringo.
Hey. High 7. 80 weapons.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Watch the twist. Hey, Sam off.
Jones throwing on third and long. Looking for Shepard deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Third and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. From the gun, Mariota. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His second touchdown of the afternoon as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after now from Catanzaro. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mariota. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Catanzaro now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Next to score, Giants 27, Saints 20.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On 2nd down, it's Waters. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Point after now from Catanzaro. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score, Giants 34, Saints 20.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Let's go, D.
Throwing is Mariota. And Thomas has it. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
It's 2nd down.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Jones. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. This is Barkley. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Back now here live in New Orleans, as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for New York. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Blue line. 51. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Waters, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played the responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Mariota now. He's got Smith here. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Here we go, here we go. 15 line. 15 line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 99.
Check go.
On first down, Barkley. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
60 yards.
Second and 3.
Let's get it.
At the 39-yard line.
Get it.
Again, it's Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Jones now operating from the gun. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Saints' 23-yard line.
Here we go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check 24.
Ready?
Now Howard. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It brings up 3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Alex Anzalone in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll run on first down. It's Waters, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Watch the out. Watch the out.
They'll keep it on the ground. Waters, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Check 56. Here we go.
One.
To throw Mariota. to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Aaron Lynch make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Taking it about the 36. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Around the NFL fourth quarter right now in Atlanta. The Broncos are continuing to pour it on. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he loses the football a second time. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Ready.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On the run, it's Barkley. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Check. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
This is Howard on second down. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation.
Here we go. 30 base.
Watch the slant.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Giants, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everyone.